What are the 4 common emotional resistances that people face when it comes to self-investment? I'm Jessica Go, trauma coach in childhood abuse. The first emotion is guilt. So you know that sinking feeling, oh my goodness, I could not justify putting that amount of money, time and energy back into myself. I can justify putting that into my mortgage, my bills, but I can't put that back to myself. And why is that? It's because when you were a toddler, you were deeply conditioned by an overbearing, over-controlling, manipulative mother who conditioned you to be a mummy's boy or a good girl, so you meet her expectations. However, her expectations does not align with your true identity. So if you don't know how to break free from this false identity that you've been conditioned with, you are constantly facing this conundrum of masochism. And I know that sounds like a loaded word, but let me clarify this. It's about engaging in negative pleasure by destroying your opportunities to move forward and receive the goodness in life. Are you worth the investment? Number 2, invalidation. There's this need to be perfect. I need to be in the perfect mood for this. I need to create this perfect image in front of my therapist so I don't come across as flawed and vulnerable. And the reason for this is you were rejected by the opposite sex parent as a little boy or as a little girl, because you were either put on a pedestal, you were romanticized or sexualized, and that leads you to a place where you do not accept yourself as you are. Therefore, this fear of being invalidated by a parent, you project that onto an authority like a therapist. So when is the perfect time for you to heal? Is it in 10 years' time? Is it in a year's time, a month's time? It's now. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to expose your vulnerability with someone that you trust by choosing the right therapist, coach, healer, or mentor that is right for you and your needs. Number 3, scarcity. Whenever I let the other person know what are my prices for my offerings, some of them would be like, oh my God, there's no way that I can afford this, or oh my God, that's a lot. And it's because it's triggering their money blocks. So if you hold on to this poverty consciousness way back from your childhood upbringing, you would notice that in your conditioning, money wasn't abundant in your family dynamic. So you take on this and project that out into your adult life. Whenever you make a financial decision, you constantly feel this immense amount of anxiety showing up because it's reminding you of the poverty or the lack of money that you have faced as a child and as a teenager in your family dynamic. So it's about how can you trust your heart and soul to make the right decision for you, where it feels like a hell yes, but you know there is anxiety around it. Let that intuition guide you to move you to the right direction, knowing that the anxiety is just a symptom of your childhood trauma and it's not actually the true version of yourself. Number 4, mistrust. It's so common that I come across people who project onto me their trust issues. They can't trust me because they were burnt by a coach or a therapist in the past. But it doesn't mean that I will be the same person to their previous person. It's because they're not able to let go of their trust issues because they're so caught up in being in control. And why is that? It's because they were humiliated by that therapist or coach or healer where the trust was broken. They felt burnt. And so they're walking around looking at the next therapist, solution, coach, or mentor, looking for help. But at the same time, they are constantly questioning them because they're not able to let go of mistrust that they've experienced in their past from their interactions with a previous therapist, coach, healer, or perhaps even a friend or family member as well. If you feel that you deeply want to do whatever it takes to fall out of panic attacks, lower your anxiety and anger levels drug-free, to stop reoccurring nightmares, and to finally make peace with your past once and for all, I invite you to join me on my free webinar, How You Can Overcome the Impacts of Childhood Traumas in Just 3 Months. Click on the link below and it will bring you to a different page for you to register. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, then the bell icon, then the all button for you to receive the latest notifications on my video blogs around childhood abuse. I can't wait to see you at my webinar, and if not, I look forward to seeing you in my next video blog. All my love to you, and may this serve you. Namaste.